So he was in the form, the image, but he thought it not what robbery to be equal with him. Right? They were at one in agreement, but made himself of no reputation. Yahawashi wasn't seeking no status, but he had status. Right? But he made himself poor, he made himself a servant. Right? And took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men. That's how we're supposed to be. And being found in the fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore the Most High have highly exalted him, given him a name which is above every name. At the name of Yahawashi, every knee should bow of things in heaven and things on earth and under the earth. And every tongue should confess that Yahawashi Mashiach is Lord. Right? Key thing, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have obeyed, always obeyed, not as in my presence, not just when you're around other men, because where 2 or 3 there, I am in the midst. He's in the midst only, but now much more in my absence. Right? When no one else is around you, when the cameras are off, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You see how it all ties back to fear. Right? And if you fear in Yahawashi, you're going to be humble. You're going to know how to treat your brothers. Go into this word humble. See what comes up. Humble, submissive, respectful, lowly in manner, modest, not self-asserting. Right? Latin, humilis, lowly, humble, literally on the ground. From the earth, humus. It's the lowest source. It's a base source. A lot of men, they don't want to be base because to them, oh no, that's not cool. But what if the world looks at me? Well, how do you expect the honor? Before honor comes humility. Men want the honor. Just that bit, they leave out the other side. Well, you have to be base first. Okay. And men mock. Men are scoffers. Like certain things, it's some things I see. Now, if a man sits on the ground, men would bring out what Nebuchadnezzar. Oh, he was plucky. He grown. Yeah, we know about that parable. When Nebuchadnezzar, he was growing. He was brought down low. He was amongst the field, Jew, right? He had like long nails and all that. He was like a beast. But just because a brother's lowly and he's amongst the field, you can't say that's crazy what men are saying. These are wicked, reprobate men. So now it's wrong when you're humble. That's why you got to fear Yahawashi, because man's eyes will never be satisfied. You're humble. Oh no, you're too low. You're this. You're that. You're confident. Oh no, he's proud. That's why you just fear Yahawashi. Right? And if you really have a relationship with Yahawashi, it's going to let you know what state you're in. Lowly in kind, state, condition, or amount. Right? Low or inferior. And that state, I want to throw this out there. That state that Nebuchadnezzar was in. Yeah, a lot of you that are on the high, you're going to be brought down to that same estate. Okay? High and minded. See, when they get all the praises, they get to a certain state where they can't be told anything. Or where they do get told something, they don't like it. Because their whole thing is, oh, what do you know? You've only been in this truth for a little while now, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. That doesn't even matter. Yeah, there's a certain respect you still show. But that doesn't mean anything, because you had the Pharisees and the elders. They were in how long? How long were they in for? A very long time. Very, very long time. They were on the scene before Yahawashi was even born. But what were they? They were proud. Right? Jeremiah, young man. Was not Jeremiah part of the elect? Isaiah, young man. Yahawashi, young man. These were all men of the Lord. So it's not a thing about how much time you've been in this truth. Because you've had men that have been around us and they're no longer here. Because they lacked humility. Really, it goes down to predestination. Marked by meekness or modesty, not arrogant or prideful. Essentially humble. Okay. Low and inferior. Station or quality. Alright. That's how we're supposed to be. Right? These are going to be the attributes of the elect. The elect are going to have these attributes. Alright. So with this lesson, I really hope this was edifying. which it surely was edifying for me, and I hope it was edifying to you. Until the next time, Shalom.